Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Samantha and today I want to talk about how I started going to therapy. So before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This is a pretty sensitive topic, but May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so I thought it would be good to just kind of talk about this in a very unstructured format. I didn't write out a script for this, but I just kind of wanted to talk candidly about how I started going to therapy sessions. So I've put out a couple videos about mental health in the past year or two. I put out my first anxiety panic attack video maybe a year ago, and then I also put out an anxiety video about coronavirus a month or two ago. So I'll link those down in the description box below if you're interested. So for me personally, I've struggled with anxiety, really bad stress, and I've had panic attacks before, and there's some days where I just feel a lot sadder than normal. So I don't know if that's a little bit of depression, but yeah, I'll just kind of put those out there. It's very scary putting myself out there and sharing all the things that I struggle with, but I think it's important to share that because it shows that it's okay to feel these things, it's okay to experience or struggle with these things, because there are tons of people who experience that as well. So you are not alone. And so if you experience things like I do, or if you have other mental health things that you experience or struggle with, then it is okay. And so I wanted to share that I started therapy to help me get through that, because I feel like therapy comes with a stigma and no one really talks about it. I'm glad that it's being more widely and openly discussed now, but it used to not be, so I feel a little more comfortable sharing, and I think it's okay to say that I'm going to therapy or I'm seeing a therapist, because I feel like there's tons of things that we can all work on just in general. And so I think it's really been great to have a therapist to talk to about certain things and learning about how I can improve myself for the people around me, or just for myself. And so yeah, I did decide to start going to therapy because the coronavirus, it was really giving me a lot of anxiety, and my company thankfully has an EAP program, which is also known as Employee Assistance Program. And so I got 6 free sessions to meet with a therapist. And I have tried a couple of therapists in the past before. Last year I really tried, and I just couldn't find one that I clicked with. And I think that's part of the process, is that it takes a lot of time to find a therapist that you click with, because it's almost like dating. You have to find one that really understands you well. For example, the first one that I saw, I was looking for an Asian therapist who would understand my situation or understand my family dynamic, and I was explaining, how my family was, and she kind of made an assumption that I had tiger parents. A lot of Asian parents are strict, but it doesn't automatically mean that they are tiger parents. I feel like my parents are actually pretty lenient compared to many other parents, and so I just didn't really like how she made that assumption and called that out when that's not something that I personally said, or the terms that I used. So I didn't really like the way that she jumped to conclusions there. So that is an example of where I didn't click. I feel like sometimes the process to find the right therapist for you could be discouraging. But after the coronavirus, I finally tried to find one, and everyone was video therapy at that point. So I thought that would be easier because I'm not limited to the people in my area. It was really hard to find an Asian therapist in my area. And again, I was limiting myself to that because I felt like they might understand my situation a little bit better. But anyway, so I finally found a therapist, tried her out, and I actually really like her. I'm so glad. She's actually based in San Diego. So I think with this whole video therapy, I am really grateful that that's a thing, and I'm really grateful that it kind of broadened my search area. It's been really helping. It's been teaching me different approaches to handling situations, and I feel like that's something that I really needed. I feel like having a therapist has really started to improve my quality of life and like how I see myself and how I handle situations. So I've been really enjoying it, and definitely encourage you to try it out for yourself if you have been thinking about it, especially if you've been thinking about it for a really long time. Definitely go for it. It's not too scary. It might take a few tries, but don't give up. You will find one that works for you. I basically want to say, if you are struggling with mental health, or if you feel like you're in a bad place, definitely try to find someone to talk to. And it's okay to have a therapist. It's really helpful, and I really hope that you find one that you like, that clicks with you, and wish you the best of luck on your journey. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Check with your medical insurance to see if anyone's in network and that you can see and set up an appointment with. It's really easy now with video therapy, so I really hope you find one that works for you. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos like this. I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!